Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a cast of Starcraft. This was a submitted Archon game. We have spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Orbital Shipyard, the red Archon, Deep Dark, and in the top right, we've got the blue Protoss, Delu Boot. Their actual names are unknown. No one knows what they are, what they might be. So we must only speculate deeply. Boot's name might actually be Boot, or it might be Bootstrap Bill, or it might be Boop Butt. Who knows? Nobody knows. The trouble I've seen, nobody knows. It's for real. But in any case, got that lovely barracks and refinery opening. Very comfy. And, no gas here. This might be a gasless expand from our Protoss player. I mean, if it was anything else, it'd be really weird, right? It'd be like, all right, what I do is I save up 400 minerals, and then I build 2 gateways, you know? It'd be a little bit weird. Cool. So we got gas expand from our Protoss player. And Terran, playing a little bit more on the safe side. Gonna go ahead and get that barracks up a little bit faster. Second barracks before expand here. We could be seeing a little bit of aggression. It's definitely possible. 1 Reaper down. You can support 2 Rax Reaper off of what the engineering bay? Okay, it's versus Protoss, so is this like I go Reapers like crazy, like ham. I make tons of damages happen. As long as he doesn't build an Adept, I win. And if he builds an Oracle, I'll have an engineering bay for a single turret. Second gas. Alright, so he would need actually more barracks worth of Reapers to keep pumping Reapers. Or he gets an upgrade in addition to a turret. I'm just kind of spitballing here. This is interesting. This is pretty wild. Okay. So hopefully no Adepts are built. Oh man, 2 Zealots. That's rough. One more Reaper on the way. Keeps getting built here. Not using both barracks yet. This is a really weird build. Cool. +1! Oh man, +1 Reapers. It's the +1 Reaper expand. This is awesome. I love this. Oh man. A lot of work, but gets his first Zealot down. That's gotta be an Adept, right? Oh, it's a Stalker. Okay, Stalkers are pretty good too, because they're quick. But Adepts are really crazy against Reapers. Pretty sure they like 2-hit them or something. Oh no, dropping the control for a sec. That might spell death. We're gonna need some bombs here to zone. Not going to zone, just gonna run away. More Reapers on the way. Tech Lab as well, +1 and an expansion for our Terran player. Bombs. Where are the bombs? Did he forget? Does he not know about the bombs? This is really interesting. Okay. So he just makes 3 Reapers. Gets a really early +1. And builds a factory. I don't even think he used this second barracks. This second barracks, I don't think got used at all before this came down, so. Slight build order optimization. Deep Dark. Go ahead and get that expansion before the second barracks, because you don't seem to have enough money to produce out of both barracks anyway. So, you may as well. And gonna go ahead and take 2 expansions. For now, there's a very thin veil of map control for our Terran player with the Reapers, because they're fast and they've got bombs and all that kind of stuff. But there's going to be a time pretty soon where this army can just walk across the map and crush any amount of Reapers. +1 finishing is going to be quite nice. It will help. Armor coming right afterwards, so making a really efficient use of that early engineering base, so that's nice. And crap, was that Blink? Have we seen anything out of this Twilight Council yet? I don't think we have. All right, Bio plus Reaper. I mean, Reaper technically is Bio, but it just doesn't get put in there in that bucket very often, the Bio bucket. And just a lot of upgrades coming in for our Terran player. And Puros very much in the back foot here. But, oh yeah, I'm gonna start seeing these Reapers fall down. This is such like a thin holding on. It's almost like a psychological hold of map control here. Look at how defensive this Protoss is. And really, this army could like destroy this army into tiny bite-sized pieces in a moment. But counterattack threat keeps him back. And then the psychology of, you know, getting aggressed that hard in the beginning of the game is really messing with them. And really good use of that from JaKaTaK over here by taking this expansion really fast. Stalker gonna come out here. This might trigger. Yes, it does. Got the expansion. Like, okay. They're kind of gone now. I think we're okay. You, go in the corner and look at that wall. But I don't want, look at the wall. And then, obviously, you know, this Stalker peed the bed or something and then got, you know, he's getting disciplined. He's got to sit there and stare at the wall. Poor guy. Anyway, lots of Stalkers. Blink finally getting started up here. There we are. Taking a little while. The army is coming through. Very heavy Marauder count. It's gonna be quite nice against these Stalkers. Has he thrown out a single Reaper bomb? Does he know Reaper bombs are a thing? Guy, Reaper bombs are totally a thing. You should do them. They're kind of awesome. All right. So economic lead here to our Terran player. Upgrade lead very heavily in the hands of our Terran player as well. Cyclone coming out. Interesting. Cyclones are so awkward to control. I really wish it was just a moving shot. They just like could glide and moving shot really well. Oh, stim on the Marauders. Holy, whew, man, that just rips through everything. They do not even care. Man, look at that effect. Look at the effect of those bombs going across there. And yeah, that was complete decimation. Very intense. I don't think he can really afford to, he might be overextending here. He can't really afford to stim again. But a lot of unspent here from our Protoss player. Gonna send out a War Prism to try and get some stuff done, but man, what's going on? Like, we've had these 3 bases for a while. There's like very little reinforcement stream coming through here. This production is a little bit lacking. Gonna go ahead and blame that macro player. Yo, macro guy, get with the macro so this micro guy can wreck this guy. All the guys, every of them. Blink finishing up, charge coming in, and we also have the Immortal as well, which will help quite a bit. But number of units here, and that concave tasteless, that concave, so very good. There's our big hitter, the Immortal. Would have been really nice to have him on the rest of this stuff here. Okay. So this third base is actually going to be held, just barely. JaKaTaK really needs to get on the reinforcement missile turret. Interesting. It's going to work out because there's a Stargate coming in, but alright, gonna clean up most of this with Marauders and end up pulling back. The reinforcements again lacking for our Terran player here. Really hurting the team. This Protoss player is just barely, the Protoss Archon, excuse me, just barely holding on. The Marauders have been ripping up stuff pretty hardcore here. And even going for a 4th base here. Staying ahead in the bases, very good. Oh, he's gonna pull this. Oh, he almost did. I'm gonna say he's like gonna aggro pull this Immortal out of position here. And here we are. There's that Warp Prism. A little bit harassed. Nice. The Observer scouts ahead. Sees that this is a vulnerable location. And might just be waiting, but it's gonna work out pretty well because most of the army of the Terran player is out of position. Way over here. He's thinking about it. Waiting for the right time, it seems. That is a very dead zealot. And Immortal's still coming out. Just to deal with this really heavy armor composition from the Terran player. Stargate is finished up. Nothing come out of it just yet. There's the Oracle. But Liberators are the air unit of choice for our Terran player. Love Liberators. Very fun, very positional unit. Very big fan of positional units in general. Nice. I love that new warping animation. It's phenomenal. I'm just gonna run through over here, and nothing is at home. There's nothing to defend here. He could actually be like right on top of the production facilities and do a really good job. But a lot of times it's gonna trigger an attack. A bit of delay here. The tank is gonna help a lot. Getting to position. Oh, didn't lift the orbital. That's rough. Adepts as well. Yeah, this is a very tough scenario over here. Ooh, shouldn't have backed up, I don't think, there. Given a little bit too much surface area, that would have been a nice area to hold on to. But in the meantime, we do have a drop over here. Man, this is crazy. We got action all over the place. All the attacks are going down right now, but who will come out on top? That is what we're here to find out. This force, pretty weak, but the range and the position of these units is, I think, going to allow them to do quite well. In the meantime, wow, look at this. Look at these kills. Man, worker kills is 24-12 right now. This whole back line is getting wrecked on either side. More warpins coming in. Oh no, all of the workers are coming back a little bit too soon. This Liberator was in position to do a little bit of protection, but didn't end up working out. Our Terran player, very strong position here. And as far as income is concerned at the moment, it's actually relatively even. Interesting enough, both players doing quite a bit of damage, excuse me, to the other one. And making that happen. A couple of, or no, just one. Just one pylon overcharge. Very conservative, especially on max energy. But this gets taken down again. Really unfortunate. Incomes now. I think we're just going to hang out the income tab just for a little while. I feel like the story of this game is going to be in the incomes for a little while. Yeah, they're both just like dealing tons of damage to each other either way. Oh man, all this one-hitted workers though. 11 kills. This is getting crazy. What is he going to do about this? He can pylon overcharge right here. I think that's it. Oh man, we're seeing that Protoss income drop heavily. You can see the dependence on this third base for income. Really, really important at the current moment in time. Oh, these Stalkers picking off reinforcements. Really nice move here. And oh man, Liberator trying to hold on. This is such a scrappy game. Oh my god, this is all over the place. 60 minerals though. Once he's get back to working, yeah, it's gonna shoot back up again. This is crazy how evenly these players are trading. Just having such a hard time dealing with the harass on both sides. What a wild game. Thanks so much for sending this one in. And we do have the Liberator hunting down the 14 kill Liberator. And Stalker's in position again to defend here. And gonna go ahead and try to take a fourth base here. Wow. Giant banks for both players. They haven't been able to do much of anything at all during all this madness. All their focus has been on trying to stay alive. But when you have two players, just be like, hey, I'll keep us alive. You just keep making sure, you know, we make units. Like imagine if Deep Dark had this many minerals worth of units right now. It would be game over. And that is the power of macro. Expansion over here. Fourth base. Coming on up. Looking pretty nice. And this is just about all that can be done right now. Oracle. It's right next to an undefended base, so a bit of aggressive possibilities here. These Liberators are way, way, way far away from home. Lots of Blink Stalkers available to deal with them. And so let's take a look. Economy-wise, both players are about even. A little bit of an edge to Terran. Base-wise, a little bit even. Again, little edge to Terran. And then As far as upgrades go, we did get pretty fast upgrades in the beginning, but they've slowed down pretty significantly. We have no new ones on the way. When this 2-2 finishes up, Protoss is actually going to be an upgrade advantage, despite the fact that there was a really, really early engineering bay. Stopped getting used after a certain point in time. Man, the new charged lot is actually, I really enjoy it. It's so much more powerful, I think, than the old charge lot. Look at that. Forces another cancel. And this is a pretty significant amount of minerals over here that could be done. What doesn't matter, though, is the income of red, because the red Archon has so much bank that income is actually not important at this moment. So all this harass damage is, in a major way, being wasted just because Deep Dark can continue macroing up and make a huge army. The army of Protoss, though, quite strong. Taken a while to transition out of this early composition here. Going Void Ray against the Liberator. Liberator is an armored unit, so good for the Void Rays. But one of the tricky things about Liberators is the later in the game, the better they are against air. Because no matter what, even if you have Void Rays, which are good against armored, once they start to clump up, that splash damage is insane. The splash damage radius is actually huge on Liberator. It may be, this is unconfirmed, I'm gonna research it, but it may be the largest splash damage radius in the game. It's actually gigantic. And as a result, we have a bit of the armies passing ships at night kind of a deal, and they're gonna come through here, and we may have a little bit of a base race on our hand. Very fitting for the amount of action that has happened. Really nice place stasis ward here. Going to stop. Oh god, I love this. The stasis ward not only stops these units, but forms a wall on the ramp. So awesome. So much value in that one stasis ward. And these stalkers are gonna pick off a lot of these liberators. Really good value over here. The overall army supply of Protoss is much better than the Terran at the moment, but they're racing it out. Terran is getting ripped to shreds here. The Protoss base over here, I think, is going to be pretty critical and keeping things alive. 10 workers to 2, so we're in total scrap mode, super duper scrappy all the way. One of the things, though, about these positional units, it's really important for Terran. If they can get into a good position, floating west orbital, very important, going to get scouted by the Oracle. Terran needs to get in a good position with a building to protect. But the problem is they're so far away from defending these final buildings that this is just a really, really scary moment here for our Terran player. Oof. Oh man, this is so smart. Look at how spread out. All these different units all over the place. Buildings, vision everywhere. This is such a good setup for a base race. And I think Protoss is going to be taking the game just from a building elimination standpoint. Should be revealed pretty soon. No SCVs at all on the map. So Delu boot. Oh man, he's gonna get away. Where's the air to air? Does he have a void ray? All right, let's check. Oh my god, he has no air to air. That's so frustrating. He could have won the game right there. I think he still wins anyway. So total burnt, well, this one's gonna burn down, right? That one's gone. It's just a starport at this point and an army. So this army has to be able to take on this army, which is significantly larger. But this army has 2 liberators and 2 siege tanks. So if they can engage at the right angle, in the right place, they'll actually do really well. Oh, but this, ooh. That might have been the moment, actually. If these units could have got in before the army was here to back up, to sort of buffer for the tank liberator. This is a bit tricky. Nice scout. Very nice scout. Very nice scout. He's got to be really careful about the way he moves out. He's got an observer on him. Hopefully he's recognized that, and he's going to be really slow about, you know, crawling these siege tanks around. Oh, but he's not. The army's coming through. He needs to be set up. He's absolutely not set up. Oh, this siege tank totally, oh no, absolutely everything out of position. The only advantage that Terran possibly had gets thrown away by a rushed move towards this last base. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The game is over. Deathrite's not gonna GG and get out of there. Great game, thanks so much for sending this one in. This was super fun all throughout. Really enjoyed casting it. My name is JaKaTaK, and as always, thanks for watching. If you have an idea for a video you would like me to do, please leave with any questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, or anything beginning with the letter C in the comment section below, and I'll see you again soon.